What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as our Odyssean / Indian World Conquest. We are on the 10th of October, 1598, and on the last episode, we finally unlocked exploration ideas, and therefore we got one colonist who has been working very, very hard as we are starting to colonize Diego Garcia, starting to work on this island called the Andamans, and of course, finally down in the Spice Islands, we are working on Lombok. Now, we are getting 82 settlers a year, so I'm expecting these colonies to basically be worked on for at least 10 years, but once we finally have a foothold, I would love to start conquering more and more provinces and really start expanding out into a lot of these Spice Islands. So I've got some free diplomats. Might as well improve relations with some of my allies here. I don't know who I can really improve. I don't want Yarkand as a vassal. All of these people, all of these neighboring countries absolutely hate me, and there's nothing I could really do about it except basically sit back, relax, and try not to really invade anymore. Now, I could go to different areas, and then over time, provinces like Chagatai will dissipate. I wonder if I can improve relations with them now. And by the time we get to positive 100, we have positive 4 right now. I'm hoping that the aggressive expansion will take away, and it probably will. Persia needs to be improved, and I suppose we can begin improving relations with this country, who doesn't really matter at all, but at least we are neighboring countries. Okay, I have the ability to hire another advisor. I guess we're going to get the best bang for our buck. Rather than paying 20 ducats per month, we're going to get one for 50% off. I don't need yearly inflation, so I guess that is a little unfortunate. Once again, we have a fairly weak heir. I could try to kill him off, I just don't know if it's really worth doing. And very soon, I would like to obviously annex Mysore. It's going to be quite some time until we can actually do that. I can improve by 33 more relations, and now we're going to have positive 130. I could influence their nation, and I could send them money, and that'll bring us from 130 to 180, and unfortunately I need 190 to actually begin our annexation. So it is going to take quite some time. I believe in about one more year, we're going to finally unlock the new institution is going to be embraced somewhere. Global trade. Now, I believe, I've been saying over and over again that I think we can try to throw it into Joa here with 34.7 ducats. It's more than Beijing. It is more than Constantinople. It is more than any other province on the map. So if in the next 6 months anything changes, I will absolutely cry. But our number one, Sind has left the coalition. That is good news. Kashmir has left as well. But I'm hoping that once the year 1500 moves around, if we could spawn global trade, that would make things a heck of a lot easier. Alright, all of our colonists are being worked on. Everything is doing quite well. Eventually, I'm going to throw in a merchant into Malacca. And then he is going to be pushing trade up to Bengal. And then once it hits Bengal, it'll obviously go to Ceylon and then Joa. The longer the train, the more modifiers you obtain. I see 35.5 ducats. That does make me incredibly happy. I'm hoping autonomy is draining down in a lot of these areas that we've just conquered. Well, it went from 35 to 32. I hope this is enough. I don't know what just happened. Alright, we have a native uprising inside the Andamans. We destroyed those 1,000 troops. And all we can really hope for, Bengal has declared war. On the 1st of January, that institution should have spawned. Where did it spawn? Has not spawned yet. I guess we'll find out very, very soon. Bengal is the highest valued trade node in the world. That doesn't make sense. Odisha is the strongest trade power in Bengal. That doesn't make sense. This is the... I guess this is what they mean. I am the strongest. Am I confused? I believe I am. So when we look at global trade, we hover over 1600. Midnapore is not an island. Bengal is the highest trade valued trade node in the world. Well, that doesn't make sense because they are not even my home trading port. It is actually Joa. So I don't know. I could go ahead and leave all 19 of these ducats here. And ultimately, rather than... I don't know what I'm going to do. I really have no idea. Hopefully it'll spawn. If it doesn't, I'll just cry. Let's go ahead and unlock somebody cheap, because we don't necessarily need better military tech just yet. Our number one priority is getting more money, and obviously, I guess conquering Wanpar, and then maybe starting to work on a lot of these spice islands. I would love to go after Mewar. Alright, looks like we are now producing spices in the Andamans. Making 82 settlers a year. Come on over to the island. It is tropical, and there are no adjacent provinces. A generation of cowards. That is a lot of manpower to lose. And it looks like we are losing money now, which is a little sad to see. Okay, let's go ahead and recall this diplomat from Persia. And what I want to start doing is improving relations with Mysore. And I think what's going to happen is very soon we're going to begin our annexation, because I really do want to control all of this trade. And I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. I have a lot of money, though, and I'd like to use it. Circulation of hostile publications. So I absolutely want support for the printing press. Missionary strength and unrest is going up, and that is fine by me. I believe Midnapore is actually my... I wonder why it said is not an island. That's obviously my capital. For some reason, I didn't realize that. Okay, so looking at global trade. Yeah, Midnapore is not an island, and for some reason... Bengal is the highest valued trade node in the world. I don't know why it has to be Bengal. Oh, it's because it's my capital. Aha. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change capitals to the highest developmental probably some sort of estuary. That would make the most amount of sense. This is Tapiti. No. Let's look at this trade map mode. Surat is a grasslands province. It produces silk, and it's a coastal center of trade. I think this is going to be my new capital. 11 less development than target. That doesn't make sense. I can only move the capital inside a state. Why is life so complicated? I don't have access. Alright, well, I can't make any of these into my capital because none of them are states. These are the only states that I have. Well, this just got complicated. If I could annex Mysore by getting a royal marriage and then giving them money and then influencing their nation, it could get a little bit easier. Alright, let's send them a small gift. 300 coin. We now have positive 167 relations. Wanpar has left the coalition. I'm now going to influence nation. 272 ducats. And now I can begin the annexation on the 4th of June. It's going to require 518 diplomatic power, but I'm fine to pay that. And let's invest in a new colonist. And we can put him to good use. Let's gain the free stability, because it's always amazing to have. And I guess we're going to send down our colonist to this area. Let's take this tiny little island and go ahead and send them down. And also I'm going to be sending down 12,000 troops, just in case. I also would like to go ahead and declare war on Wanpar. We obviously can. There's not really any real issues. Let's do it. We have the troops. They do not. They have 22,000 at most. You two are going to go here, you two are going to go there, you are going to move over, and you can move over as well. And so all we really want to do, rather than conquering Wanpar, well, I mean, I could actually just take their land. Everybody who hates me is already in the coalition, or at least was. Well, if Wanpar leaves, that's good news for me. You're going to move over, you are going to come down. And it looks like we are finally colonizing our new island. I'm curious to see, though, if we really need this many troops. I feel like I need another 12,000 units down there. And let's do that. Alright, everybody is still doing quite well. Immediately, if we declare war on Wanpar and we vassalize them, we'd be in a war with Kashmir as well. And I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. So, unfortunately, I can't make them my vassal, because apparently I own too many I would own too many provinces. And we have 93% war score as it is. So I guess what we're going to do is just take these provinces. And just back off. Take all their money. People are going to be upset, and that's fine. Ooh, it looks like they don't want to do that. Now they do. Alright, India growing stronger and stronger. Let's go ahead and core these areas. They are expensive, but now we own more trade value, and therefore we're going to be funneling a lot more income all the way down. I wonder if we got any good trade items. Grain, cotton, dyes, and dyes. Maybe we got 3 provinces. I'm not sure what we took. Okay, overextension is dangerously high. And the House of Odisha is shaken. Let's go ahead and lose 5 legitimacy. And everybody is doing well. We have a lot of troops down inside these Spice Islands, probably too many. It's obviously costing us a lot of coin. Our annexation of Mysore is going well, but it is taking a long time. We have 24,000 troops that are probably in the wrong area. So let's bring them on down. We have a lot of forts, probably too much, or too many. Wanpar is very small. I would be very surprised if Bengal did not take them over. Is our first colony coming along well? 807. It is coming along well. Now we have economic policy issues. We could lose 3 mercantilism, which is a lot of diplo power to lose. Or basically make the merchant guilds upset. And I feel like that's exactly what we're going to do, because I don't want to lose mercantilism. Looks like we had another native uprising, but nothing we can't quell. And I guess my only other issue, if I did declare war on Majapahit, however you pronounce it, I want to be able to take them over all at once, and it might not be possible, because I believe we can only really take 100 development, and I believe they have more than that. They probably do. Probably about 150, so I don't know if that's possible at all. I could probably declare war on Brunei. Kashmir entering into a coalition, that's fine by me. Obviously, I'm getting stronger and stronger while my enemies are not. Our overextension still dangerously high. And I really want to start working on getting more sailors, and I don't know the best way to do that. It's probably because all of our sailors are being used mostly through trade and, you know, those practices. We can now embrace the printing press. I absolutely will. Can we go ahead and embrace colonialism? I don't know. But I'm so happy to not have as much of a penalty anymore. And now all we need to do is embrace colonialism. Which is, sadly, it's moving into Sindh, and then it's going to move into Mewar, and then it'll finally hit me. But is there anything that I can do? Obviously, we are so far behind on administrative tech that it's going to take quite some time. Once we get about 400 Diplo power, I'll finally get the global empire, and then we have a lot more naval force limits, and therefore with more ships, we can basically secure a lot more trade. Imagine this 25% global empire with also the National Dockyard Act. That is going to be really broken. 100 population in Lombok. And it looks like this colonist is almost done, so let's go ahead and recall you and send somebody down to this island. I'm going to try to have 4 colonies running at all times. It is very expensive, but I think that's one of our best options. And it looks like I can purchase another ability. None of these matter at all. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and unlock Mercenary Discipline. And like I said, I believe in like the next 6 years, the Age of Reformation is going to end. I don't know if it'll tell me anywhere. I think it's going to end in 1610. Or better yet, 10 years after global trade has been embraced. Let's go ahead and make the Andamans and the actual correct religion. I can invest in new military tech. I don't really want to spend all this much money, so I don't think I will. I just want to embrace colonialism. And I don't think I really can for another decade or so. I'm so happy that we do have the printing press very soon. Looks like Ming has embraced it as well. Yeah, no more very expensive technologies. We have another gift to the state. Let's take all of this money. Prestige would have been nice, but it's definitely not needed. Okay, so this is now a 13. It's a lot of separatism and a lot of intolerance. Oh, you know why? It's because of all of these uprisings. It's because of our policies. Well, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. I didn't really think of that. Especially as we take over all of these islands. Let's go ahead. We're going to change to Shia no matter what. But I obviously would like the additional missionary strength. And now, because we have more missionary strength, that can be we could try to go ahead and obviously convert that back to Hinduism. Let's look at our religious map mode. And it looks like we have found the province that has become Shia. And global trade has now been unlocked. But sadly enough, I don't think we were the ones to get global trade. So where are we? I'm going to be very upset if it was like Ming or Constantinople. I don't know where it went. I'm guessing it was Constantinople. Organized religion. It could have been like Beijing. Civil service. Where is oh, that's Denmark, I believe. Sjælland. Yep, there it is. I guess for some reason I could not view this trade map. But I guess that's where it spawned. So sadly enough, that is very far away, but it looks like we are working on unlocking global trade in a lot of different areas. And I could probably get it to spawn even faster if I did some things. It's because of the printing press. Has a stock exchange, have a trade depot. So basically, if I build stock exchanges, it'll be just as powerful of an improvement. Oh, I don't have stock exchanges. I have trade depots. How do I get a stock exchange? Diplomatic technology of 80. So the only thing I could really do is build trade depots. And let's build a few of those. One can go into Vijayanagar. One can go all the way down here, because then it'll get all of these areas once it gets embraced. I get that we're wasting money right now, and I'm fine with that. Let's go into the free slots. West Berar. I don't even know where that is. Let's go one right there. And I guess we're going to put one here as well. And we'll see what that does in a few turns. Our annexation of Mysore is going incredibly slow. I would like to go ahead and just take one of their provinces now. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. But once we get about 400 diplomatic power, I believe we are finally going to unlock the very last exploration idea. And then, you know, we're going to be quite fine because we could really, instead of conquering new lands, we could focus on growing our empire in these Spice Islands. Marriage bonds. So once again, we have the ability to go into meditation, I believe. And both of these look the same. The union between wife and husband is truly the heart of the divine. I think I will go ahead and unlock that. So I believe we're going to go into meditation for a few years, and then if we are successful, we can come back smarter than ever. Okay, are the coalitions dying down? Not really. Chagatai is upset that we nibbled away at Wanpar, and I guess that is fine. We're building a lot of our trade depots. We can get new technology, but I don't think it's really worth my time. Very soon, probably next turn, we can finally unlock the global empire, and I think I absolutely will. Now we can build more ships, and now that this doesn't matter, where are my trade fleets right now? Let's take all of these ships inside Bengal. Let's cancel you. And what I want to do is take 27 units. I wish there was a faster way to do this. Like, I'm literally, like, shift-clicking. So, 27 of these units will now be titled Joa once again. And we are going to protect trade inside the Joa trade node. And are these units still inside Bengal? Yes, they are, but they didn't actually do anything. So let's send you to Bengal. And once I have enough units, I'll probably build another 25 trade ships and send them down into the Indus River Valley and obviously protect trade in that area. Yeah, we've got a lot of coin, but really nothing to spend it on other than some trade depots. And now that we've built a few of those, let's look at Vijayanagar, because I believe we just built one. So global trade is going by 0.7 a month, and it's because of our, not only do we have printing press, but we have a trade depot, and we have a lot of trade power. So what I think will happen, we could probably build a road too, but what I think would happen is eventually in the year 1618, and about 12 years from now, everything's going to just continue to spread. Should I build a road? Is it worth my time? We don't have a manufacturer here, and we will want one later. I think we're going to build a road. It's going to take 8 months to build, and I'm fine by that. Now, it looks like the nobility believe they are entitled to more lands, so I think what I'm going to try to do is give them some of that to appease their appetite. And we have disloyal merchant guilds, and that's fine. I did not... Ooh, we can get the demand administrative support, which I absolutely want. And you know what else we should do? We should establish New World missions. Because this is not what we needed. We did not need New World missions. We needed the New World Charter, which obviously we now need 30 loyalty, so that is impossible to unlock. Basically, what would happen is we would get even more families that would be willing to set up a new, set up shop inside all of these new colonies, and obviously try to build some businesses and improve the economic development in all of these colonies that we're building up. Bengal has declared war on Wanpar, just as I predicted. I would love to, declare war on Bengal, but sadly I don't think there's really any meaningful way to do that. Do we want a free stability that is ultimately 200 administrative power? Then we're going to get another 40 and 25 prestige, but instead we can get 100 military power, which does not seem useful at all. So let's take the free stability. And we are basically just chilling right now. We're only making about 5 ducats a month. I'm curious to see if we really need all of these units perked up and ready to go. Could I declare war on Mewar? Yes, I can, but I don't think it's really worth it because they're in a coalition against me. So when we look at all of these colonies, it looks like our next one is going to be Lombok and Diego Garcia. And then I guess we're going to go continue to spread. Our next goal will probably be these small chain of islands, and probably another island way the heck up here, like Palawan. And then try to probably declare war on Brunei. I might as well take over this entire island if I can, but it is going to be a little bit of an issue again. I need to build up our trade fleet. And I also want to go ahead and build some shipyards, but I'm not even sure where to build them. I guess I could build one here, here, and probably one of these islands somewhere. Here it is. Getting another +2 naval force limit. If I had more sailors, things would be a heck of a lot easier. Diplomatic relations +1. Alright, well, I hate to do this, but I am going to go ahead and end this episode as well. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.